Hi, guys, and welcome to the first episode of Taking My Shot. My name is Elizabeth Ovaye, and I'm so excited to be doing this. I'm so excited to be here. And yeah, so we're going to get started. Before I get into who I am, what's this podcast going to be about, what are we going to be talking about, we're going to take a shot because, as the name tells, taking my shot, I'm going to take a shot. And we're going to have some guest speakers with us along the way, and they're also going to be taking my shot. So, we're going to get into the title and the play on with words in a little bit. So let's start with some vodka, vanilla vodka at that. Some coffee liqueur. Not a fan of Kahlua, so we're going to do Mr. Black. Not that it's sponsored at all, because who am I getting a sponsorship for my first episode? But Mr. Black, if you know, you know, is way better than Kahlua. I don't know what it is. I think it just maybe is sweeter. I don't know. Freshly poured espresso, because it's just better if it's freshly poured. Like if it's at a restaurant, probably not freshly poured, but something's got to give. Put a little bit of ice in there, obviously. Oh my god, I don't have my strainer. I need to get it together. All right. We're going to pour this in here. Again, since it is fresh espresso, it's going to be a little foamy at the top. So we're going to let it settle. And we're going to re-pour it. I honestly should be pouring it in the cat one. Yeah, let's do that. I wanted to be cute and use my little London bikini espresso shot, but it doesn't look like it's giving. So, because this is my first episode, guys, I want to take a whole shot. Yeah. We're going to fill that up. I want to take a shot. Like, not like half a shot. The one to be taken to my customers so I don't die on the spot when they're buying them for me. But this is like a two-shotter. Like, if a bartender gives you a shot glass like this, like, kiss them on the lips because this is humongous. But cheers to my first episode. And hopefully you guys will take a shot with me in the future. Yeah, that was a mouthful. That was delicious, though. I also need to wake up. I also have my coffee to go with this, so I will be bouncing off the walls after this, but not your problem. So I took a shot. I'm warmed up, especially in this glacier-ass weather. So who am I? I am 22 years old. I just recently graduated FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology, with my bachelor's. And I wanted to do this ever since I joined FIT. I've been wanting to do this. And it came from me obviously wanting to capitalize on yapping. Not even capitalize, because if I'm making money from this, not right now. Is that the goal? Hopefully. But no, it's not just about money. I do want to get my voice out there. I do also want to show this as a creative hobby, I guess, to, employers, or just kind of emphasize my own brand and not so much run to the corporate world right after graduating, which is what most people do, which is nothing wrong with it. Like, obviously, we all got to eat, we all got to make money. Like, you need a job to live. But I currently bartend, so I do have a source of income coming out. So I do want to work on my creative endeavors and my creative hobbies, because the older you get, I've heard, the harder it gets to indulge. And indulge was the word I was looking for. The older you get, I've heard, not from experience, that it gets harder to do stuff that doesn't give a paycheck. And right now, I have that leisure with my other jobs. So this is what it is. As I said before, I would love to create my brand a little bit more, get my energy out there, get my personality out there. We're going to be talking about basketball, because the Knicks are actually slaying it as we speak. They just beat the Celtics. They did get pounded raw by the Pistons, but you know what? It's okay. You win some, you lose some. It's okay. We're going to run it back. But they did win with Boston, and then I just watched, as we all did, Bad Bunny's concert featuring the football players. Period. Ate that shit up. So yesterday I had a great time. Where was that? Oh, so we're going to be talking about basketball. We're going to be talking about Josh Hart, obviously, his number one fan. And we're going to get into a little bit about bartending, my bartending stories. And like I mentioned before, we're going to be taking a shot in the beginning of each episode. So it will definitely help with my mixologist skills. We'll be taking regular liquor shots like tequila, vodka, rum, etc., and some cocktail shots, which is kind of what I just took, an espresso martini shot. Just kind of shake it up, into one shot. So it's not as brutal, but it still does the job. So, and I think I'm a good bartender, but you can always learn. So this will definitely help me get a little creative with the cocktails and well, with the cocktail shots. And it'll also loosen me up, loosen my guests up when I have guest speakers. And it'll just be a great time because who doesn't like to drink? Obviously, if you're of age. We are going to have story times. We're going to be talking about, like I said before, basketball, current events when it comes to fashion, when it comes to really anything that I like in my interest, which would be fashion, basketball. I would say bartending, like nightlife. I always love a good restaurant. I love a good speakeasy. So I will definitely be giving you guys some recommendations or some reviews on places I go to because that is definitely one of my love languages, is trying new spots in the city, especially. I mean, I work in Astoria, so I'm always there. So I try to venture around the city as much as possible because I do live in Queens. But let's get into the podcast name. Taking my shot. Like I said before, we will be taking a shot. I will be taking a shot. We, as in, maybe you'll join me at home. Maybe you'll just watch me. Maybe you'll be a guest star on here. I'll be taking a shot, which is kind of playing onto the name, taking my shot. But not only that, we will be talking about basketball also. So I did want to play into that a little bit because I am a Knicks girly. I will die a Knicks fan, but I do like to dabble into other teams as well, just from the knowledge standpoint. So we would definitely be talking about basketball, the Knicks, but basketball overall, and how they're doing. But also taking my shot just kind of encapsulates my energy and my persona, I guess, right now, because I did just recently graduate school, which graduating in December is super underwhelming because you don't get the whole. First of all, it's not nice out. So like, who the fuck wants to go to a graduation party? Like, those are non-existent in December. Like, it's Christmas, like, and then it's done. There's none of like the graduate like decorations. It's just not the vibe. It's not the same vibe. Don't get me wrong. I have a diploma. I'm proud of myself. Like, cheers to me. But at the same time, it was very underwhelming. Like, I didn't get senior portraits. Like, not that I really want them because I can do a shoot ready anytime I want. But it's not the normal May graduation vibe that is give off. That really didn't make sense. But it's not the normal graduation vibe that I think everyone gets in May. So I wanted to really do this, and then hopefully it's up and going by the time that I walk the stage and have my diploma for about 5 months now. So it is what it is. But not only is it encapsulating, me pivoting to a new hobby, me pivoting into a new chapter / era of my life, it also just shows my personality. If you know me, then you already know I'm a very confident person. I like to show that I'm confident. I like to show that I'm fearless and energetic and fun, exciting, creative, all of the above. And if you don't know, the phrase shoot your shot, I would say is more related to like relationships, or if you want to get with someone, if you want to talk to someone, like your boys will hype you up, like, or your girls will hype you up and be like, yo, shoot your shot. Like, fuck it. Who cares? Some may even say it'll be about like a job interview, like shoot your shot, like who cares? Just do it and see what follows afterwards. That's kind of the way I move with life. Like, I'm very impulsive with something I need to work on, but a few of my impulses have led me in the wrong direction, but for the most part, it's led me in the right direction because it'll be impulsivity when it comes to this, for example, or just really anything. Like, I cannot think of the top of my head, but my impulsivity has brought me good and bad. I would say more good than bad because I'm trying to be better. When it comes to bad impulsivity, it more happens with like shopping. So I just delete all the shopping apps and I literally make my screensaver like save money. And then there's no excuse at that point. Like, I'm the problem. My mic did just die, so I had to situate myself, but we're back. We're good. So, taking my shot, it's kind of portraying this image where I'm taking my own shot at life on my own terms, doing it my way. I am a Sagittarius. Not that that means everything, and not that I do believe in horoscopes, but I don't believe it's so concrete and defined. But I will say about Sagittarius is I am very free spirited and I do things my own way. A little stubborn with that, but I just it's my way or no way in certain aspects. Like, of course, with a job, you suck your ego in, and you follow as is. But when it comes to my freelance work, when it comes to styling, or even this now for my podcasting, I want to do it my way, or there's no way to do it at all. And I feel like that goes with life. Like, why live for other people? Why live on other people's terms when it's your life and you're supposed to be living it on your terms? So that's kind of what the podcast means to me when it comes to like my personality and how I want to portray myself to others, professionally and personally, creatively, all of the above. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Like, I don't know if I explained that correctly, but if you know me, then I guess it kind of makes sense with the go-getter energy that I have. Um, and if not, you will see soon. I hope I can show you and express my aura to you through the screen. I also realized in the last clip I was like screaming on video, so I need to like act like I'm not doing a TED talk in front of 100 people. Like, I'm literally talking to a screen. Like, I need to calm down like yesterday. Like, please. Anyways, I am single again. Not that any of you give a fuck, but I was in a relationship for I would say about like 2 years, just to like round it all up. And it was a great relationship. It was a great person I was with, so nothing bad to say about the relationship or him, but it ended. Everything must come to an end, good or bad. So I am single again, which means I have a lot of free time on my hands, i.e., this podcast. I will be rambling to you guys and myself instead of rambling to my ex boyfriend, which is fine, which is great. Not complaining, but it's a change, right? So I have a lot of free time. I'm working on dating myself, which is sounds so cringy. Like, I know, like, I sound like a self-help book right now. Like, date yourself, prioritize yourself, put yourself first. It makes me like sound like an Instagram, Pinterest, whatever quote, but like, it's really true. So I've learned that anything that a man gives you, you can give yourself for the most part. But I'm working on that. And with all the free time that I have, I'm just picking up a lot of shifts at work, working on my creative endeavors that I put off because I was in the relationship. And I do believe being a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the fuck, fiance, husband, wife, is a fucking part time, if not full time job. If you live with them, it's definitely a full time job. I would say remote too. The fuck? But for me, I never lived with a man yet. Um, Besides my father. But when it comes to romantic, I've never lived with a guy. So um it was more of a part-time job for me. But bitch, I was part-time girlfriend, part-time, hold up, part-time girlfriend, full-time student, part-time bartender, which sometimes full-time. Where did I have time to be full-time Elizabeth? Like, it just didn't really fit. It just didn't really work out like that with that relationship, and also with my schedule. So um I'm working on full-time Elizabeth again, and it's been great. I love dating myself. I think I'm a boss ass bitch who's fun to be around. Not everyone agrees, but I'm not everyone's cup of tea, obviously, and nothing wrong with that. I don't even fucking drink tea. Maybe I should, like, not that I need more caffeine in my veins, but being single has not only led me to spending more time with the people that I appreciate, like my best friends, even my coworkers, and my family, everyone like that, but it has also led me back into therapy. Yes, I am back in therapy, which is honestly needed. Like, even before the breakup, I probably should have been in therapy. I definitely should have been in therapy, actually. I know not everyone agrees with therapy, but I've been in therapy. I've been in and out of therapy since I was like 12, maybe even younger. Like, I don't even remember. So it's not a new concept to me. Like, it's not like I'm popping my cherry talking to someone about my problems. Like, I've been doing it for some time now, shawty. So I definitely know how it goes and my turn ons and turn offs when it comes to therapists, but in a professional way. But I love my therapist. I've been through a lot, male, female, young, old, anywhere in between. And I love my therapist. She puts me in check. And I think that's mainly why I like going to therapy now. It always changes. And obviously, when you're young, you're kind of, or at least I was forced into it. And I appreciate that I was forced into it, but it wasn't really a free will type of thing. It was more of a, you have to do this because of this. And I was like, all right, like, can't say no. But here I am putting myself in therapy, checking myself in. But she has taught me to also how to use my free time in a more productive way, and how to give yourself what you don't think men, how to give yourself what men give you, and you don't think that you could do that, or what you crave from other people. It doesn't necessarily need to be men, or someone you're romantically attracted to. Just either even another energy, even if it's a friend or whatever the fuck. So love that shawty down. Thank you for making me more sane. I want to be so committed to myself that my boundaries are like skyrocketed, that my standards are skyrocketed, that everything is so much higher than it was. I'm vibrating on a different level. I know I sound like one of these energy freaks right now, but call me an energy freak. Like, I really am trying to be more conservative with my energy. I don't even know if that's the right word, because that word can be a little taboo. But preservative, maybe that's the word. Trying to preserve my, yeah, I think that's more the word. I'm trying to preserve my energy and my aura. I don't even know if that fucking makes sense, but we're gonna pretend it does. With the free time, I am bored a lot of the time. And as you know, a lot of fire signs get bored, especially Sagittariuses. We're known for getting bored with anything when it comes to relationships. If you're not keeping it spicy or fiery enough, or it doesn't even need to be spicy, just if you're not like switching it up and making it fun and exciting, it's not gonna work. So that also entails in my life. So like, if shit is really, really boring, I need to switch it up. Like, I need to be doing something. I'm a very much regimented human being. I like structure, I like routine, and I like always being busy. I like keeping busy. It also keeps my mind from being intrusive, which we all know intrusive thoughts win a lot. And then especially for me, like, my intrusive thoughts be winning, and I need to control that. So I've been much better with filling my free time with creative outlets, or just healthy outlets in general, like not texting my ex, or not self-destructing, or not romanticizing trauma. That's definitely something I've learned that isn't cute. I think it's almost trendy sometimes on social media. I don't have TikTok. I am TikTok free. I've been clean for like, it's a little, it's a gray area of how clean I've been, because I did download it recently when I studied abroad in London, to do like London vlogs and like styling vlogs of what I'm wearing to my London internship. But I didn't do that. Who was I kidding? I didn't do that. TikTok just turns me off so much, and I think it's because of my disgusting digital footprint that I did in back in 2020, which again, we all have an interesting digital footprint, especially Gen Zers my age at that time, because we were juniors slash seniors in high school when that was all happening, and it was locked down during quarantine, so we were already bored, we were already weird. Like, it, I know I'm speaking for myself, but I also saw it. But I know I just know my digital footprint from there is, it's disturbing to me. Like, it literally makes me want to gag. Like, it makes me, I rather swallow a jean jacket than rewatch those TikToks that I made fiending. I was just fiending for attention, and I do. Okay, we're just not gonna get into it, because I'm really gonna start spiraling. I did it to myself. I'm so turned off of TikTok, and it takes up so much of your storage, anyways. So I did re-download it. So I'm not technically fully clean since high school, but I don't go on it. Like, I'm not a TikTok doom scroller. I'm more of an Instagram Reels doom scroller. I really just try to have Instagram, because I don't really see the need of having multiple social medias. I might download a TikTok just for this podcast, but you will see in no way, shape, or form you will see Elizabeth Avaya as a personal TikTok user. No, no, no. If it's for business, it's for business. Like, it's still a great marketing tool. It's still great to go viral and to get reach and engagement with your platforms. But as in a personal TikToker, as a personal thing, 86 me. Definitely not. I did it to myself, so it's whatever. It worked out for some people, just not for this gal. So, but I might do it for this podcast, because why not? Like, I'm kind of dumb not to be on that social media, which is so flooded with people I want to be engaging with, people I want to be viewing this. So it does kind of feel dumb to not do that, but we'll see as this grows. So instead of relapsing, when I say relapsing, definitely not drugs. When I say relapsing, it's more texting my ex or texting someone that I shouldn't be texting, which is usually my ex. So instead of doing that, I will be focusing on my podcast. And example, a lot of my friends are like, oh, just fucking download a dating app, like just distract yourself. Like even if it doesn't go anywhere, like just go on a date. Like who cares? I agree with you. I like I said before, I love trying new restaurants. I love going to new bars, especially speakeasies. Like I love, especially if it's in Manhattan, I love that shit. I love it. It could be upscale, downscale, midscale. I love it. As long as the food's good and the vibes are great and the company's great, I'm chilling. But when my mindset, so I met my ex on Hinge. So I don't I'm not like against dating apps. I met other people where I work too, and me and my ex were very compatible. So it was definitely luck because I've been on Hinge dates where it was just god awful. But with him, we met on Hinge, and my friends are telling me to download dating apps, and I'm just like, if I have time to set up a whole Hinge profile, because if you want to set up like a curated, really fire looking dating profile, you got to put some time into it. Like good pictures. They only allow you to post like what, 6 pictures, if I remember correctly. So it's like you got to pick the 6 pictures that encapsulates you the most. So it's like one gym picture for me, a selfie, one with my good outfit, um, and then like other ones that are just random and I'm looking good. So you really need to like curate it if you want to have a good profile. And it's like, why download a dating app when you're not gonna why download a dating app and have a bad profile? Like you might as well do good with it. If you're gonna be on that level, you might as well do it the right way, you know? So my mindset, I was like, if I have time to curate like a fire dating profile, I also have time to write my outline for my podcast. So that was my rationale too. There's no need for me dating. There's no need for me to download a dating app because there's other things on my agenda that need to be done first. So maybe once those are all checked off, I'll do it. But even that, like I'm just so cool with my own company, and I bartend, so I meet a lot of people. So I'm not like in the house bored, vegetabling in my room, rotting. Like definitely not. I'm also not rushing in the dating world whatsoever. But like I said, new hobbies. I go back and forth with journaling. As my therapist said, they give me journal prompts and I just won't do it. And I think when I was in school, it was really hard for me to journal and read because I do love reading and I have a lot of books that I half read, but it's just I think when I was in school, it felt like homework. So it wasn't resonating with me, the writing or reading. So I'm getting back into reading and journaling, even if it's just cursing someone out on my journal. You know what I mean? Or even if it's just venting and it just I used to do the journal style where it was kind of like updating my day to day and what I accomplished. And I think that was more documentary. I think I did it more to like look back on because that's what I used to do when I was younger. I used to like write down every place I went to. Like I used to dance when I was younger. I used to do competition dance. So we used to go to nationals in all different states and all different cities. And I would just write about it. I would just be like, oh my God, I'm in Atlantic City. I'm in Virginia Beach. I'm in North Carolina, like whatever the fuck. Like, I would just write it down and just to be like, oh my God, this is memorabilia. I did that. And that's just kind of been installed in me from me. Like, no one installed that in me. Like, I installed that completely myself. So I'm trying to find a new way of journaling. So I'm just honestly writing whatever comes to my head and whatever flows, flows. I'm trying not to be so structured with it. Again, I think school has made me super structured. If you don't know already, I was so hard on myself with school. Like so hard. Like I would literally crash out if I had to be a B. And if I had a C, forget about it. Like you weren't hearing from me. Like I like my room would be turned upside down. Like there was no I was not okay with that. Like I had such high standards for myself when it came to school. And my mother definitely installed that in me from a very young age. And it just transferred into my adult life, which I'm very grateful for. I have learned about myself recently that I work very good on deadlines. I work very good with I guess what school has installed in me. I haven't been this is my first time out of school since literally like a newborn baby. Like I've been in school since then. Like I've moved to different colleges and stuff. Only two, but well three. But that's kind of why I graduated like in December and not in, like May as everyone. But I'm like don't know what to do with myself. Like I'm like and I again like I said I'm not rushing to the corporate world. I already have an internship at a modeling agency where I'm her assistant, so I kind of just help her out with the online stuff and photo shoots and things. So I do have that outlet as well because I love models. I love help. I just love working with human beings. That's also why I love sports. I would love to be a sports publicist, sports agent, or just honestly a creative talent manager, something of that realm because I love working with people. I love building up confidence. I just love working one on one with people. I guess it also makes sense with the bartending. Like not that I'm working with them, but I'm serving them and I'm curating an experience, creating a great atmosphere for my guests. And when I was in FIT, I joined the Runway 27 club and I was the model chair. So I casted the models, I picked out the models for the photo shoots, I help pose them when it comes to the photo shoot. Honestly, I just help them with confidence. Like I remember the days before the show, we were doing rehearsal like all day, and just seeing them from how scared and small they looked and felt the first few days they were walking like on the runway, and then to the day of the performance, the day of the show, I was crying. Like I felt like I was Abby Lee Miller without like the whole toxic part. I was like crying. I was so emotional. I was like, oh my god, my babies. Like I feel like I birthed all these people. One of the most insightful pieces of advice I've gotten from FIT was one of my professors were like, don't follow your dreams, follow your talent. Like, why wasn't that in a Disney movie? Because that makes so much sense. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to be here like crushing everyone's dreams. But if you're not good at your dream, like what's the point of following it? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of like you have to be somewhat good at it. Like, you can learn a lot of things, yes, but you also need to just have like a natural innate ability with some things, and then hard work definitely improves it or increases your chances of being better at it. But you need to follow your talent, and I really do think one of my talents is connecting with people, talking to people, and just kind of creating an energy, creating a vibe. And then sports, I grew up an athlete. I grew up doing martial arts. I grew up dancing. I just grew up in that exciting, energetic, competitive atmosphere. So I eat that up. Like when I was in Madison Square Garden, at the Knicks game versus Bucks, I was like shaking with adrenaline, with serotonin, with oxytocin. Like I was just in my element. I was like, this is where I need to be. Like, yes, I was a spectator, just like watching the Knicks. Like I was purely just there as a guest, but I was like, this is where I need to be. Like, this is where I belong. And I also just watched the Moment movie by Charlie XCX. And it was a mockumentary, but her creative director that was like next to her, like even though she was being dramatic and she was definitely exaggerating the way that her role is, I was like, that needs to be me. But definitely a manager, an agent, a publicist, like something in the realm of, I guess, telling people what to do, but not in a toxic way, like telling people what to do for their own benefit. And I do think I'm really good at confidence. I'm good at faking it till you make it. I truly believe embarrassment is a self made emotion. Like, if you don't feel embarrassment, it doesn't exist. You feel me? Like, if like, why should I feel embarrassed just because these people I don't know? Like, think of it like that. Like, why are you embarrassed? Because you're thinking about what other people think of you, but how do you know they're thinking that? Just don't think they're thinking that. It doesn't exist. Point blank, period. So I am very excited to be doing this, and I really appreciate you guys for taking the time to listen to me and be on this journey with me. I hope that you guys listen to my future episodes. This one was a little dry, I guess, and I don't want to say uninteresting, but it was a little dry because it's the first episode. I'm getting to know you, you're getting to know me, and I honestly should have took another shot maybe, but maybe I probably would have been like, I feel like I'm already like that, so maybe another shot was not necessary because I'm already bouncing off the walls. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. I really, really appreciate you guys. I will make another cocktail shot or maybe just straight up liquor to get me moving and grooving. Stay tuned. My Instagram is elizabeth.ovalle. And then my Instagram for taking my shot is just taking my shot. And that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely stay tuned. Also, if you want me to talk about any particular topics or any particular guest star, I do have some dream guest stars I would love to interview. But again, we're manifesting that as we speak. Just comment it under this episode or on my personal Instagram or on my Taking My Shot Instagram, wherever you guys want to reach me, and I will definitely take your recommendations. Peace out, bitches. To be completely honest, I really hope I don't fuck this up. My freaking table is covered in coffee.